Alright guys, back with a tire carrier update. I'm actually getting ready to go make a sale on this guy. I have a local individual coming to pick it up now. I'm gonna go meet him at my local Walmart and get this guy sold. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Chris and welcome to the Camper Dan Files. I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update as to my junkyard parts flipping. I was able to sell one of those tire carriers as of today. I met a fellow R50 owner who owns a 2001 R50. This individual already has a lift on the truck. They're looking to add the tire carrier next. So in today's video, we'll be discussing a few things that I'm currently working on, and we're also going to go ahead and replace the light bulb that's responsible for the nighttime illumination of the ashtray that's in my R50 Pathfinder. Alright guys, please excuse my lighting. We're doing this at nighttime, but what I'm gonna do is replace the light bulb that illuminates the inside of our ashtray via this window here. I'm gonna use a rag so that way we're not impacting. Oh, I got lucky. No tools required. Nice. Yeah, typically you want to use a screwdriver, but obviously somebody's already been here, so not a big deal. In my case, I actually sourced the entire item, not just the bulb. I still don't know what size these bulbs are. If any of you guys know, let me know in the comments. And truth be told, I was kind of lazy. So now we'll have light in here. The light itself then just simply slides up into its home here. And then thanks to the junkyard, because now I didn't have to know the actual size of the bulb. I was able to just go and snag it off of another R50. So if you've done this correctly, this is what you should now see in your ashtray at nighttime. When you're riding down the road, flip your ashtray open and you should have some light in there. It took me a while to realize that there was actually supposed to be a light bulb in here. And now for our next topic, emissions. So initially when I went to go check out my R50 Pathfinder, I also brought a scan tool with me to check for diagnostic trouble codes. The check engine light was on. When I scanned the truck's computer, it came back being a small Evap leak. So as for the Evap leak, what I'm seeing is what appears to be the canister vent valve being stuck open. And I say this because I parked the truck and I heard a hissing coming from under the truck, going over everything. And what I found was that it wasn't any of my tires that were leaking in. It was actually pressure that was built up in my tank that I can hear hissing out. The network of hoses that come off of the charcoal canister via the vent valve. I actually have all the parts. Let me show it to you. So if any of you have had to tackle this Evap leak with your R50 Pathfinder or any other Nissan, because this is a typical thing that you see on Nissans, but this part here is a part of that network of hoses that I was telling you guys about. If you look under your Pathfinder, you'll see this hanging not too far behind the charcoal canister itself. This hose, I believe it goes to the vent valve. But then this shorter hose, it has a plastic fitting that's a 90 degree, and it goes from the hose into the frame of your truck. For a while I was trying to figure out what the heck that was, because for mine, well, what's left of it, that plastic piece that goes into the frame of the truck, mine's broken. So you just have this hose and what's left of that plastic piece that's hanging on my truck, and that's where I heard the hissing coming from. But again, that's not the source of the leak, because we know that this should only acquire anything from your charcoal canister if it's commanded to be in the vent position per the computer on your truck that's responsible for emissions. So that's this part. This is the plastic piece that goes from the rubber hose into the frame of the truck. This part right here is the part that would be stuffed into the side of the truck. I went through a lot of trouble to pry this off of a R50 and pick apart, but this is what it looks like. So this part right here, it's gone, and all that's left is this, and this is still attached to the hose there that's on my truck. So I'll be replacing this also. This is a dormant product. So here we have a canister vent valve, and here's the canister. Now obviously if I'm gonna go through the trouble, I'm gonna replace the whole thing, because I'm pretty sure if I were to try to be slick and just replace this, because this is what's allowing it to vent, then chances are it'll probably disintegrate as I attempt to remove these fittings, because again, rust is a thing. So here's our replacement part. This is part of the purchase. It's a dormant product, again, no experience with them, and this is what I have. I believe these retail for a couple $100, and that's a couple $100 that I won't have to pay to replace this, because I already have it. The check engine light has not come back on for the emissions, but you can smell the fuel. You smell it, because it's constantly being vented, and that's not good, because it's venting into the atmosphere. One, that's harmful to the environment. Two, it's also going to affect your fuel economy, because all of that vapor, and then being that my truck sits for days at a time, now we have a situation where my gas is just evaporating now. That's not good. Now, just to summarize our Evap issue, the main reason why I have not tackled this problem as of yet is because A, my check engine light has not come back on. B, rust. All of the mounting hardware that's responsible for securing the Evap canister to the underside of the truck, they're all rusty. I sprayed them down with rust penetrant already, but I'm quite positive that when I go and attempt to remove these fasteners, they're just going to break off. And what I'm afraid of is what I'll have to do after that, in terms of possibly drilling holes and fashioning things together with nuts and bolts and a few washers. It's coming up on 9 p.m. I'm going to call it quits. I've endured this heat enough today. It's really degrees out here. Wasn't really doing anything significant in terms of fixes. I have a laundry list of stuff. I just wanted to show you guys some of the simple things that I've been working on. The light bulb replacement that you just seen was one of those things. Just wanted to give you guys an update on my junkyard parts flipping. I've been winning, so I'll see you guys again next time. Thanks again for stopping by, guys. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe.